I never believed in ghost stories. I didn't believe in cursed places. And I definitely didn't believe that a phone call could change someone's life. Until the night I answered my own number. It happened on a Tuesday. Nothing unusual. I got home from work around 11 p.m., ordered some food, watched YouTube for an hour, and eventually went to bed. Outside, it was raining. The kind of rain that never stops. By 2 a.m., I was still awake. I couldn't sleep, so I scrolled through social media. At exactly 2:17 a.m., my phone started ringing. I looked at the screen. My heart froze. The caller ID showed my own phone number. Not unknown, not private number. My exact number. Every digit. I laughed. There has to be some kind of bug. Curious, I answered. For 3 seconds, there was only static. Then, I heard breathing. Slow. Calm. Almost like someone was standing right beside me. I said, "Hello?" No answer. Then, a voice. Quiet. Almost whispering. My own voice. It sounded exactly like me. Not similar. Exactly. It whispered, "Don't open the door." The call ended. I stared at the screen. Call duration. 12 seconds. I checked my call history. There it was. Incoming call. From my own number. I tried calling it back. Nothing happened. Just a busy tone. I sat there laughing nervously. Someone had to be pranking me, right? Then, someone knocked on my front door. 3 slow knocks. Knock. 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 I looked at the clock. 2:18 a.m. My apartment was on the 4th floor. Nobody visited me this late. I stayed silent. Another 3 knocks. Slower this time. I walked toward the peephole. Just before I looked, I remembered the phone call. "Don't open the door." I looked anyway. Nobody. The hallway was empty. I unlocked the door just enough to peek outside. Nothing. No footsteps. No elevator sound. No one. I closed the door and locked it. My heart was racing now. I convinced myself it was kids playing a prank. I went back to bed. 5 minutes later, my phone vibrated. A text message, unknown sender. It contained only one sentence. "You shouldn't have looked." I immediately blocked the number. Another message arrived. Different number. "He's inside now." I felt every hair on my body stand up. I searched the apartment, bathroom, kitchen, closet, under the bed. Nothing. I was completely alone, or so I thought. At 2:31 a.m., I heard footsteps. Not outside. Inside. Above me. Slow. Heavy. But there wasn't another floor above my apartment. I lived on the top floor. The footsteps continued. Back and forth. Back and forth. Then they stopped. Silence. My phone rang again. The same number. My number. This time, I didn't answer. The ringing stopped. 1 second later, my bedroom door slowly creaked open. I was sure I'd closed it. There was no wind, no sound, just darkness in the hallway. I grabbed the baseball bat I kept beside my bed. I waited. Nothing happened. Minutes passed. Eventually, I convinced myself I was imagining everything. I closed the bedroom door again, locked it. Then I noticed something that made my blood run cold. On my bedside table, my phone was still charging, but another phone, exactly like mine, was lying next to it. Same wallpaper, same cracked screen protector, same scratch on the corner. I picked it up. The screen turned on. One new voicemail. Duration. 7 seconds. Hands shaking. I pressed play. At first, only static. Then, my own voice whispered, "Don't turn around." I couldn't move. Every muscle in my body locked in place. The voicemail had ended, but the last words echoed in my head. "Don't turn around." I stared at the second phone lying in my hands. My breathing became shallow. Slowly, very slowly. I lowered the phone onto the bed. Something felt wrong. The room had become unnaturally cold. Then I heard it, a quiet sound. Breathing. Not from outside, not from the hallway, from inside my bedroom, right behind me. I squeezed the baseball bat so hard my fingers hurt. I told myself it was impossible. There was no one in the room. I had checked every corner. The breathing came again, closer. I couldn't stop myself. I turned around. Nothing. Just the bedroom door. Still locked. I let out a nervous laugh. I'm losing my mind. Then, the closet door slowly opened by itself, only a few inches. Darkness filled the gap. I walked toward it. Every step felt heavier than the last. I grabbed the handle and pulled it open. Empty. Just clothes, hanging inside. I sighed in relief. As I turned to leave, a phone started ringing. Inside the closet. I froze. The ringtone was exactly the same as mine. I pushed the jackets aside. On the floor, there was another phone. The third one. Same model. Same wallpaper. Same scratches. It rang only once. Then the screen lit up. Incoming call. Me. My hands trembled against all common sense. I answered. No breathing this time. Only silence. Then my own voice spoke calmly. Listen carefully. You have less than 10 minutes. I whispered. What are you talking about? The voice ignored my question. Do not look out the window. No matter what you hear. The call disconnected. Immediately, someone knocked on the window. Not the door. The window. I lived on the 4th floor. My bedroom window faced an empty parking lot. There was no balcony, no fire escape, nothing anyone could stand on. Knock, knock, knock. Slow, patient, almost polite. Every instinct told me to pull the curtains back. Instead, I remembered the warning. Do not look out the window. The knocking stopped. For a moment, everything was silent. Then came a whistle. Soft, low, almost beautiful. It drifted through the room like someone was standing just outside the glass. The whistle grew louder, closer. Then, my phone buzzed again. A new text message. No number, no name, only 6 words. It knows you're still alive. Before I could react, every light in my apartment went out. Complete darkness. Only the phone screen illuminated the room. Then, a shadow slowly crossed the light. Someone, or something, was standing between me and the bedroom door. It didn't move, it didn't breathe. It simply watched me. And then, my phone rang one last time. This time, the caller ID didn't show my number. It showed something far worse. Tomorrow's date. My hands were shaking. The caller ID didn't show my number anymore. It showed tomorrow. I stared at the screen for several seconds before answering. There was no static, no breathing, only my own voice. Calm, almost emotionless. It said, "You're almost out of time." Before I could say anything, the call ended. The apartment was completely silent. Then, every light suddenly turned back on. The shadow near my bedroom door was gone. I searched the entire apartment one last time. Nothing. No footprints, no open windows, no sign that anyone had ever been there. At sunrise, I packed a small bag and left. I checked into a hotel on the other side of the city. I didn't tell anyone where I was going. I even bought a new phone, a new SIM card, a new number. For the first time in hours, I felt safe. That night, I finally fell asleep. At exactly 2:17 a.m., my new phone rang. Unknown number. Against my better judgment, I answered. It was my voice again. This time, it whispered only one sentence. I told you not to open the door. I felt my heart stop. Slowly. I looked toward the hotel room door. Someone knocked. 3 slow knocks. Knock. 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 I didn't move. The knocking stopped. A few seconds later, my phone vibrated with a new voicemail. I didn't play it. Instead, I deleted it immediately. The next morning, I checked out of the hotel. As I handed the room key to the receptionist, she looked confused. She asked, "Sir, who was the man that came in with you last night?" I felt sick. "I came here alone." She slowly shook her head. "No." She turned the monitor toward me. It showed the hotel security footage. At 11:48 p.m., I walked into the hotel. Right behind me, only a few steps away, was someone wearing my clothes, my face, my walk, my smile. It followed me into the elevator, but it never came back out. I never stayed in another hotel after that. I changed cities, I changed jobs. I even stopped carrying a phone. But sometimes, at exactly 2:17 a.m., I still wake up because I can hear a phone ringing somewhere inside my house, even though I don't own one anymore. The end. If your own phone number called you tonight, would you answer?